Welcome back to From the Ground Up. This is the podcast for Dow Smith Company and for its employees, clients, and friends. Dow Smith Company is a design build company here in slightly rainy Smyrna, Tennessee, and we design and build medical facilities, churches, and commercial buildings. And today, fresh from football practice, we got the great safety coordinator, Jason Tigg. Welcome in.
Thanks, Taylor. Thanks for having me fresh from football practice. I'm fresh. Right off the field, right off the grass. I even have graph clippings on my shoes right now.
Man. So when people are hearing this, the football season will have officially started. How's the summer been? Well, let's back up. Let's back up for just a second. Anybody who works at Dow Smith Company knows this, but maybe some of our 10 or 12 listeners out there might not totally know. But you are a safety coordinator. You're kind of like Bruce Wayne and Batman. Kind of by day, one thing, by night, another thing. But you're a safety coordinator, full-time Dow Smith Company, but also have a major role at Smyrna High football team, right?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. So I'm jack of all trades, master of none. But no, I can flip the two hats very quick. So, yeah, safety coordinator by day, football coach by afternoon. So just a lot.
In bed by 8 o'clock.
And try to be in bed by 8. That's the only way I can get back the next day.
Man.
Yeah.
So how's the summer been? How the players doing? Tell me a little what y'all's summer looks like.
Summer for us has been great. Just getting the guys back out there. We've got a lot of excitement around the program right now. And it's just been really, really good. I mean, it's been hot, like really, really hot. But just getting back out there, getting back in it, it's just a good time to be a Bulldog this year. And we're so excited. We've got a lot of good things going on. So we're just excited to be there.
That's great. And one of those good things, which, all of our folks know about, but is the new field house. We have a very generous donation from Smyrna Ready Mix and a whole lot of work from Dow Smith Company team here, subs. A lot of people came together to make this new field house happen, which we've got blogs about, got video coming on it. Tell me a little bit about what the players' reaction was like the first time they walked in and saw that new field house.
Man, they were so excited, jumping. I mean, thinking about where they came from to when those doors came open and they could really get inside and see it. Man, it was just, they were in awe. A lot of people, I could tell a lot of kids were taking it in by standing back and just looking. But man, they were very, very excited and very grateful and thankful coming from where they were to where they are now, and they were kind of taken back, yeah.
Well, you were there that day. I was too, and I just remember Dow talking about a lot of things, said a lot of great things, but especially talking about that chip on his shoulder, and how he was looking around at other programs, not just in our county, but also, in other parts of Middle Tennessee, and seeing some of the facilities they had, some of the resources they had, some of the equipment that they had, and just kind of feeling like, why don't our kids here in Smyrna have that kind of stuff? And then taking that chip on his shoulder and being like, I'm gonna build this. I would say we went from having one of the worst field houses to now having the best field house. Have you talked with any of the kids about that message and how they received that?
Yeah. So, I mean, we talk about it every day. I heard Coach say something today. I mean, it's a picture of generosity that we have to teach to our kids as well. They are our coach freshmen, so they're reaping the benefits of a vision and generosity. Someone giving. So I have to be able to teach as a football coach how to give back. They're benefiting, so we talk about seed. putting your seed in the ground. You know, when I talk to parents, I talk about, hey guys, you might go to Foot Locker, you might go to GameStop, but this ground is good ground here at Smyrna High School. Your son coming in as a freshman is going to benefit for years to come, for years down the road, over generosity and giving. You know, it shouldn't have took that long, but we got in there and we're good. But I want to teach giving. It's important. Put your seed in the ground, reap the benefits, continue to keep this program going for years to come. You know, so that's what we kind of teach those guys.
Yeah, Dow talked about that quite a bit, about all the players that came before them, the coaches that came before them, the principals all the way back to Mr. Rakes. Yeah. Do you feel like they have I don't know if I would have it at that age, but just an understanding of the legacies and things that they're dealing with?
I think they do. I mean, you could walk in a new field house now and see the 2 state championship team pictures right above you. The freshman guys come in, they weren't even born at that time, but it's a good talking piece of how they get there. I mean, the legacy is there. For us as coaches, we have to continue that legacy by talking about it, you know, reminding them. But I want them to be able to create their own legacy as well. The footsteps that they're going to leave behind in the ground for the classes to come behind. You know, the seniors that are leaving behind. I mean, it's very important. And when we talk about legacy, it's continuing the Smyrna legacy each and every day.
Wow. What's your thoughts on this season?
Man, I'm excited. You know, let me start with us freshmen first. Kind of selfish, but start with the freshmen first. You know, this class has to do something, so they have to defend a championship that they didn't win. So that's tough for them, but they're their own class with their own ability, and they're different. So they're getting ready to write their legacy this year, and they know the task at hand. They're bought in, and they are willing and ready to defend something they didn't win. For the varsity, I think there's excitement. We're faster. You know, we're faster. I think we've got some. You know, Coach Williams would probably get on and he could go all into it. But me looking on the outside while I'm coaching the babies behind me, they're faster. They're ready to play. They're ready to get out there. They're ready to just. I think they're just ready to play. You know, so holding them back. So there's some great things getting ready to happen. I can see us doing some really good things this year.
We had a great Dow and I actually, mostly Dow more than me, honestly, had a great podcast with Coach Williams, and one of the things he talked about was his priorities, you know, for his players. And I would just ask you, like, how much of football is actually about football, and how much of it is really about life and so many other things that.
I mean, football is an extracurricular activity. Football can have some benefits later down the road in life. That's for sure. But if I can give them some practical principles to put in place while I have them or while they're in our program to prepare them for life down the road. I think, from having FCA guys coming in, from us being good, strong men around them, good fathers, all of us in their coaching room and office, I think it really benefits them, one, explaining where we came from and how to get there, giving them a clear path to success. It may not be football for all of them, but we want to put strong young men in the community that can make a difference, that can be givers in the future to continue the program going down the road. So that's some of our priorities, to make sure we give them practical applications in life each and every day to prepare them down the road. It may not be football, but lawyers, attorneys, fire department, police officers, people in the community that can make a bigger impact and difference.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about safety.
Here we go.
Because that's what, you and I talk about it a lot about, and you had a great column in our newsletter about how safety really begins the minute you get in your car to go to work. It's just not when you arrive at the job site. It's when you leave your house. And I've seen you live that. I've seen you talk about it with a lot of other people. Just in a general sense, before we get into some specific things, like why is safety so important? It's a pretty broad question, but why is that? I mean, obviously, all of our guys, you want everybody coming home safe at the end of every day, but even beyond that, to our clients, to our employees, why is safety such an important thing?
Yeah. Safety is very important to us because, like you mentioned, we want to create an environment where they can come in and be safe and can get back to their families. It's very important to us. I think just creating a good space and a clean job site for our clients and having a good safety history, it goes a long way when we're selling a product to our clients. We're going to keep your job site clean, neat, organized, and we're going to be safe. Safety is a top priority for us. And I think in our culture that we have, I mean, it's known and we exemplify it each and every day.
So I think I would hope most of our employees who listen to this podcast would know, but our core values are, do you know?
Passion, caring, hustle, and detail.
I put them on the spot.
On the spot.
Bam.
Boom.
All right. Passion, caring, hustle, and detail. I don't have any worry with passion, caring, detail, but with hustle, how do you balance hustle with safety?
That's tough, and I'm not going to say it. I want to so bad, but someone that works with Dow Smith will be. I got to say it. I can't stop it. Y'all forgive me, but it has to be a healthy hustle. Don't hold that against me on this podcast, but it has to be a healthy hustle. You can still hustle, but keep safety at the top of mind. You want to be careful, but I get it. We want to get done quicker. We want to move quicker. We want to get the task done and all of it. But if it's in your culture, if it's in you to be safe, there has to be some sort of balance between the two. You can hustle, but you need to be safe. So you have to have a safety hustle, a safe hustle. Let me say it like that, not healthy hustle.
Yeah. And how do you do that when you got deadlines and you got things that have to get done? What's the I'm sure you probably have things that you say over and over and over to whether it's a techs or superintendents or just other people on the job site subs.
Look at it, assess it before you jump into it. I say it each and every day. Hey guys, it's 2 of us on the job site. There's 4 sets of eyes. Look at it, assess it. There's nothing wrong with slowing down and look at what you're doing, taking a partner into what you're doing to keep you safe. I think partnership, not trying to do too much by yourself, asking for help, not trying to be the hero of the day. Sometimes, man, accidents just don't happen. They're caused by an action that someone done without thinking or looking at and taking the right steps, right? So, man, I could go all day with that, Taylor, but just making sure we work together as a team, taking people as partners and just slowing down. That's how we stay safe.
Dow always says go slow to go smooth to go fast. Mm-hmm. And I think that's it probably applies to everything that we do. Sometimes we get in too big of a hurry. Maybe it's not a safety issue, but just mistakes happen when we get in too big of a hurry. If we just slow down, go smooth, get in your rhythm, then things just get done. So we're now in hotter months than the last time you and I talked. I think the last time we talked, we were talking about the cold. Yeah. And we're right upon the days where, even being in a hurry and forgetting to stop and drink some water or take a rest. I'll never forget one time I was working on a Habitat for Humanity house, and you had all these volunteers out there who do it like me once a year or something, and then you got the guy who's the foreman who's out there every weekend working with these volunteers, and he's over sitting in the shade, drinking his big old thing of water, and the volunteers are out there thinking, oh, I could just go all day doing this. And you don't realize like how quickly that can catch up to you. And I think probably you'd see that on some of our job sites too. You know, you've been around a while, you just realize like how important those breaks are. So what's your general advice for folks during the summer?
Know the temperature and the humidity of the day. Know what you're up against. The heat is not gone from us, unfortunately. We just had a conversation before I got here. It's going to heat back up next week. It's being aware of what you're going into. The water you take in today is the water for you tomorrow. It's to be hydrated, know the temperature, know the humidity, and take breaks. You have to listen to your body. Take breaks in cool areas, not cooling down very fast because that can be dangerous as well. But get in the shade, have plenty of water. Electrolytes are very important. We push water, but you've got to have electrolytes. You've got to put the things back in that you're sweating out. So be aware of your surroundings. Look at your shirts, look at your hat brims to see, and know your body. If you're a guy that sweats a lot and loses a lot of sodium, you have to know that because you have to put that back. Balance a healthy diet on the job sites, right? You can't go to lunch and eat a big cheeseburger and fries and go back outside in a 99-degree environment. It's not going to happen. You've got to take care of your body. You got to know your body. You got to put in the right food and nutrition. Is like fuel. You got to have good gas, Taylor, to get through the day.
I think our company culture is better than any company out there, and I think us as a design build company better than anybody out there, but I'm still sometimes amazed by how many people are eating lunch at gas stations and things like that. Like, and again, I think that's a slow down thing too, where it's like, I got to get this done. We prioritize convenience over something that's more healthy. What are you usually telling people about that? Right kind of fuel.
Yeah. We'll have safety topics. I think we had a safety topic at the beginning of the summer about just proper nutrition and hydration. I think the guys know it. I mean, some guys are just built well. Some guys can do that and still perform at a high level, but some can't. I mean, you've got to know who you are. I think you have to know your body. I mean, I get it. I mean, eating healthy does come with a cost, we all know. That comes with the meal prep. That comes with you allocating time. But we all have those moments where we don't bring our lunch boxes and we want to go out and go to Taco Bell. But eating Taco Bell in 100-degree heat, I don't know how that will work out, but just take care of yourself. Like I say, the food the day before, the night before is the fuel that you're getting ready to use for the next day. It's always, I teach the kids, it's no different. Your food you put in and the water you put in for yesterday is going to be for your tomorrow. So figure out how you're doing balanced diet. So
nice. Man, thank you so much for coming back on for round 2. We'll have you back again.
Yeah, man.
And just thank you. I mean, we work in I'm not out on the job sites every day like those guys, but we are in one of the most dangerous industries in the country. When you look at some of the statistics, it's actually it always makes me concerned for our folks, and having somebody like you who gives such great advice and has so much wisdom on this and continually does research week in, week out, finding new things to look out for, new information to share with us through the newsletter or through the talks that you do. It's huge. And so I appreciate everything that you do for the company and appreciate you being on today.
Sure, no problem. I'm glad you're having me twice. I feel privileged here, back for the first time. So I'm excited. Appreciate all you guys, and hey, go Dogs.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank y'all.